Benjamin Franklin once said to beware of little expenses. A small leak will sink a great ship. Solomon was one such biblical character that teaches us how to manage the family finances. Of Solomon, H. Haley writes, "He became the literary prodigy of the world of his day. His intellectual attainments were the wonder of the age. Kings came from the ends of the earth just to hear him." Haley went on to observe that Solomon was a lecturer of such subjects as botany and zoology. Solomon was classified as a scientist, a political ruler, a poet, a moralist, a preacher, and a businessman with vast enterprises. And add to that his wise words on money management as well. And so, we might say, so long, Dave Ramsey and Clark Howard. Listen to what Solomon says. Number one, he says be in debt. That's right. Be in debt. But be in debt to God. Solomon said, "Honor the Lord with thy substance, and with the first fruits of all thine increase. So shall thy barns be filled with plenty, and thy presses shall burst out with new wine." Proverbs 3, 9, and 10. When we realize that all we have is on loan from God, it will help us prioritize our income and outflow. So, be in debt. Number two, save. While some who find themselves in poverty do so through illness or other tragic circumstances, others are destitute because of a poor work ethic. Solomon said, "Yet a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to sleep, so shall thy poverty come as one that travaileth, and thy want as an armed man." Proverbs 23, 33 through 34. When you work, do your best to save. It won't always be easy, but every little bit you put back will be of benefit to you later in your golden years. Again, Solomon says, "He becometh poor that dealt with a slack hand, but the diligent maketh rich." Proverbs 10 and verse 4. Number three, ignore the infomercials. If you've stayed up late at night, you've seen them. You know, the infomercials promising unbelievable wealth in just 30 days. Most of the programs are enticing. Some of them may even work. They would all have you to believe that you can turn your financial circumstances around in just a short period of time. But the reality is you usually can't. Remember, a thing worth having is worth working for, Solomon said. "Wealth gotten by vanity shall be diminished, but he that gathereth by labor shall increase." Proverbs 13 and verse 11. And number four, don't let your money own you. Stuff shouldn't own us. We should own the stuff. I read somewhere that personal debt in the U.S. is increasing at a rate of $1,000 per second. We all know that debt is one of the top three issues that troubles marriage. Here's what Solomon said, "The rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is the servant to the lender." Proverbs 22 and verse 7. And so Benjamin Franklin was right. Getting into debt is getting into a tanglesome net. We do well to learn from Solomon. I'm Neil Richey for the Church of Christ, and thanks for listening to me as I think out loud.